Professor Macabro, Professor Macabro.
Greetings and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabro, here with a movie review. Yes, indeed, I am here to regale you with a movie review of a movie that I recently purchased on DVD and decided to give a watch. And I'm glad I did, because it was a lot of fun. And that movie that I'm going to share with you is Loch Ness Terror. Ugh, the Loch Ness! Little Nessie! Yes, indeed, and the story of Loch Ness is that it's about this loch that has a creature that people say it's either a prehistoric dinosaur that got stuck in the loch, or it's a giant snake creature, or maybe a giant ass fish. Nobody knows. And I have seen a lot of documentaries. Monster Quest from the History Channel has done a couple of episodes where they try to explore it, but it's so deep and it's so murky, and I think it has quartz at the bottom, that they haven't been able to find jack shit in the Loch Ness. But it's a very interesting idea. I would like to believe that there is something beyond our boring-ass normal existence, that there is some mythical creature running around there. But in all honesty, it's probably already been hunted down and is mounted in some fucker's collection trophy room. Sigh, along with Bigfoot and the Mothman and the Jersey Devil. Humans still are kind of shit, aren't they? But yes, the legend is that there is something out there, and it's something that's been debunked, and then it's been brought back, and then debunked and brought back. We don't know. Also, a lot of people have claimed to have seen it just to make some money. So it's a big shit show. And in the Americas, in Lake Champlain, there's also reports of a similar creature swimming around. So it gets around both ways, I guess. And this movie that I'm going to talk about, Loch Ness Terror, is about a similar creature. Now, despite the name, it says Loch Ness Terror, it doesn't actually take place in Loch Ness, nor in Lake Champlain. This is actually taking place in Lake Superior. I don't know if that's a real thing or a made-up thing, but that's what the thing says. They're in Lake Superior, and they encounter a creature like the Loch Ness Monster, which is, in this particular case, it is indeed a dinosaur with a fin head, and it looks really cool. I really like the design of this thing. But the story of this is it starts in Loch Ness. A kid and his dad and some scientist people are trying to discover and to see if there is such a thing as Nessie in the loch. But, and they found out, surprise, surprise, there really is a Nessie. Comes out of the water and completely wrecks the shit out of the two scientists and the dad and leaves the kid orphaned. And he's like traumatized, like, holy shit, Nessie killed my daddy. And it goes by later, many, many years afterwards, and we encounter the same kid as a grizzled adult, wearing a hat and a duster. And he's like a badass, trying to hunt down this legendary Loch Ness monster, who is now taking residence in Lake Superior. And you follow this kid who handles a tackle shop, and his mom is the sheriff, and his dad died in a boating accident, and so now he has to take care of the shop in honor of his papa, you see. And there's a typical girl next door that he has a thing for, and they dated, but shit hit the fan, so they broke up, and now she's dating an asshole fucker that just hate him, want to punch him in the face. But apparently the Loch Ness Monster makes its way to Lake Superior, and he's running amok. That's when the kid that got traumatized comes there, seeking revenge against Nessie for the murder of his papa, you see. And there's a lot of hilarity ensues, because there's a lot of really CGI-ish kills. And it's probably a lot of fun imagining the actor going, ah, 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 and then later on having the superimposed CGI Loch Ness creature attack. And this Loch Ness monster has decided to use Lake Superior as its breeding ground, because now you have little Nessies running around and eating people. So it does have a good body count. Yes, indeed. No boobies, which is unfortunately a situation that always brings a tear to my eye when I don't get to see a good pair of boobies. But it does make up for it for the ridiculousness of the plot. And I must admit, some really good CGI. A lot of CGI looks like hot garbage, which is terrible. And it's even worse when it's, superimposed in live people. But this, maybe you might say it's because of the DVD. You might say because it's of the low image quality already of the movie. But it actually works. The CGI monster looks really cool. And they also use practical effects with the baby Loch Ness creatures. It's a hand puppet that goes like... Wah, 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 wah. But again, I really have to mention the CGI looks really good to me. It didn't look shitty, it didn't look blocky, it didn't look worse. I've seen way worse CGI in the numerous amount of dinosaur movies and killer creatures, and this one looks really good. The acting is decent. I do think the kid that they got to play the tackle shop owner that has the thing for the kid looks a little older than he probably should. I mean, the girl looks young. Even the asshole guy looks young. But the main hero guy looks a little older. He's supposed to be college age, and he don't look college age to me. In fact, I think he looks older than the grizzled Nessie hunter. So, questionable casting to be sure. But still, I really must admit that this was a lot of fun. It's a good old monster movie, very in the vein of Godzilla 98, where you have this giant monster and it reproduces and it leaves little versions of the monsters that people have to deal with. But it's okay. Acting is okay. It does have the cliche of the typical sheriff assistant that's, oh boy howdy, one more week and I'm going to retire. Oh, you're all invited to my retirement party, gonna buy a boat and you're just gonna sail or buy an RV and enjoy the best life. And spoiler alert, he gets killed. Kills badly. No one referenced the poor fucker again. So, questionable cliche, but it's there. And the asshole gets the asshole, and so on. But it's still fun. It does seem like a low-budget movie, mid-budget movie, I would say. But, it's well done. It looks good. It's shot good. Acting is okay. CGI surprisingly good. So I would most definitely recommend Loch Ness Terror. Even though the name is deceptive, because it does indeed not take place in Loch Ness. It takes place in Lake Superior. But whatever, it's still fun, it's still enjoyable. I would still recommend it if you have a chance to watch it. I haven't seen this thing streaming. I didn't even know that this thing existed. Only came across it because I found the DVD. So it might be a little difficult. If you know where to find, you probably would be able to find it. You might be able to find it on YouTube. I didn't check on YouTube. YouTube seems to have a lot of movies for all their copyright bullshit. But there are a lot of movies there that I think slip the cracks. Some are edited. Some are still okay, but you just have to deal with a fucking insane amount of ads. But try YouTube. But as always, I would recommend you get the physical media and track down a copy of Loch Ness Terror, because I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Yes, indeed. Have you seen Loch Ness Terror? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.